Okie dokie, let's go to some rank games with a random character and see what we're gonna get today. And it looks like we are playing the Reaper. Now we do start off with a relic case as well as a freaking hammer. And a pair of gloves if you want that as well. But a float is gonna be kinda nice because it can get back the stamina that our hammer does use. And since it is on sale, we'll probably buy it with the box of riches and we can actually smash it open with our hammer. Which is kinda awesome, isn't it? Now maybe we do wanna grab our customer card and we call this a round one. Yeah, I'm kinda down for it. So we single hammer with our freaking flute as well to try and get some stamina back so we can actually make use of the stamina. The luck increase our accuracy, which the hammer kind of struggles about accuracy with. The hammer still kind of sucks, but can we take on this goobers? 2 slices of bread. They're going to be super slow for the goobers and we smash over, no problem. Hell yeah. And with that, we smash this open and we get our box of prosperity. Problem is we do have to wait for round 3 to actually get good use of this because we don't have any godly unique items. This is counted as unique items, so that's a 1, and once we get our skill we can have in a second one. So maybe cracking open is a little bit too early for now. But hey, I do kind of want to grab one of these. I'm at lights, kind of smashing. I'll take that for a bit of stamina and I'm going to roll. And that is an early dagger, which will be taken with the piggy bank also. Now I'm going to wait 1 round before cracking this piggy bank open. It's also an early pineapple too. Just because there is a skill, Piggy Pinata, that we can try to get as much value from it as possible. But getting an early dagger with the hammer is kind of nuts. And also getting some regen stacked up with our Armored Light. Uses a little bit of max life. Yeah, it's going to be kind of nice. Although we did end up missing. But not anymore. That's a big old hammer smash. And with that, we didn't get our Piggy Bank explosions. But we did get Knife to Meet You. And is it a time for Knife to Meet You type situation? We also got Turn Burst, which does stun your opponent as well. Activate your daggers. But I'm going to take Knife to Meet You. And that is an early Poison Dagger as well. There's also the deck of cards, which does give us 2 starting luck, which is fantastic for the hammer as well. I mean, it is setting up for a Hammer Cursed Dagger type action. So I will be taking this, but I'm going to take our storage, and I will be taking this, and I want to craft up this Poison Dagger pretty much immediately. And now we can start smashing open this piggy bank, no problems at all. We're going to get our Knife to Meet You in this position. We should be able to get an extra gemstone from our box of prosperity. And yeah, we're going to be getting our monies also. So we'll see how this actually pans out for us. We also increase our base stamina regen with this tiny gemstone. And we'll see if we're going to be able to actually win it. We get our 2 extra luck, which does increase our accuracy to 80%. This shield is scary because it's going to stack up spikes. Never mind, we just stun him and smash him. Now we do get a bunch of kinds, which we could keep to craft up a gold armor, which would give us an insane amount of regen. And block. The regen would give us a ton of max life with our Armored Light as well, so maybe you want to keep it, but I'm also tempted to sell it. Let's take the deck of cards. With the custom card, this is also free regen, free max life, increased healing efficiency. I kind of don't want to take it. I'm going to sell this, keep rolling, and we could trade this up for a platinum customer card, which honestly do not really want. I'll take the free regen though. And it is an early Hunger Blade as well, especially with Armored Light as well. We can get a crazy amount of vampirism, but since we have a Poison Dagger, I'm not going to take it. And that is a piggy bank with another box of prosperity if we want that also. I think I'm going to take the piggy bank. I'm going to get that smashed open. I'm thinking about selling this and maybe one of our gemstones. We can take another box of riches. And that's what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to grab this little bit of storage then in the next round. And yeah, we're going to venture on with this. We want to smash open another piggy bank. We want to keep our customer cards. And we want to get some gemstones. Specifically some green gemstones so we can start inflicting a bunch of poison. And right now it's not looking too bad. That's a lot of freaking poison. 10 poison. That should be able to smash their opponents. And hell yeah. Not bad. Early Poison Dagger is kind of nuts, isn't it? We get our monies. And I do want to roll looking for some daggers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out both of these. I don't want to find any gemstones. Let's sell our coins. And let's roll. And that's our first dagger. Hell yeah. It's also a flag arc if you want some extra poison. But I'm going to roll again. Another piggy bank. We'll be taking all. And it is a wonky snowman to inflict a bunch of cold from the very beginning also. The question is, do we want it? And the answer is, I'm going to sell one of our customer cards and we'll be taking it. We'll be slotting in, and yeah, we're going to be venturing on with this once again. When we smash home this piggy bank, we should be able to inflict a small bit of colds, decreasing our speed just a little bit, and then a poison on top should be awesome as well. Then we stun him, hit him with daggers, and we would love to grab ourselves another Poison Dagger. However, never mind, we do manage to win out. For a second there was a bit dicey. Now it is a happy bomb of all things. We don't really want to stack up too much buffs, so I'm tempted not to take it here. We could also went for a Goober 2. Poison Goober that is. Poison Toad as well. I'm actually just going to reroll for now. That's a big Poison Gemstone. Am I really taking this? 8 gold for it? I'm going to take it. And I do want to take the fanny pack, but I also want to roll looking for some extra daggers. So I'm just going to roll right now. And we could grab ourselves a little tiny hero sword, which I'm never taking that trade. However, that is a whitest blue dragon, which will be inflicting a little bit more cold, so I do want to take that. But I also want to smash open another piggy bank, and I do want to take this card as well. So I'm going to sell this little red ruby, 2-roll once more, and let's reserve this limited storage. And we could take the Fool as well, which would give us 1 in power. Honestly, I'm going to take this as well. We're getting some decent cards right now as well. We could also reduce opponent's healing, but it's not a gemstone I'm going to be looking for as right now. 80% chance to inflict 2 poison on a hammer is going to be a bit slow, but it's going to add more debuffs. We want to be stacking up as much debuffs with this hammer dagger action as possible. But our opponent has stunned us, and we just barely win out. Just barely. However, more kinds, and we could grab a Hollow Fire Lizard to get some heat stacked up as well. Is that really a card we do want to get? I mean, a Ruby Chunk is going to go a long way, so hell yeah, I'll take it. We can also grab this to inflict a little bit of colds. It only costs us 2 golds, but it is only 25% chance. So maybe I don't want that. So I'm going to roll, and that's another Poison Dagger with another Flawless Emerald. Well, we're taking this for now as well. 8 gold for another gemstone is madness though. It's a lot of monies, which I'm not sure if I can really justify actually grabbing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell this and we'll take another box of riches. Now, is there a way that we can craft up or smash this open into another box of prosperity? Probably not right now. But I'm actually going to spend 8 gold on another Poison Gemstone. But another Poison Dagger is going to be kind of nice. We would love another freaking dagger though for Night to Meet You. Right now it's a 5.4 seconds. Getting massive damage. And our opponent is going to be cleansing a lot of debuffs with the freaking Wing Boots, as well as Card Goober. This opponent counters this completely. Not a freaking chance we're going to actually win this one. Hell no. They literally took our buffs and stopped us from inflicting our poison. Now the question is, what do we want to go for? I mean, it makes sense to go for the Cursed Dagger. It's a dagger, inflicts debuffs, gives us accuracy and crit chance. We could also go for lifesteal and poison stacking, which I've never actually really done, but I don't feel like it is the right situation. Mr. Struggles, we could go for a bunch of Mr. Struggles and remove buffs from opponents as we inflict our debuffs, but I think we're probably going to keep it simple and go with the Cursed Dagger. We go to that Cursed Dagger, we grab another emeralds, we sell you so we can grab this storage also. But we'll be back in a second while I sort our inventory out. I mean, I did change the setup around so we can have our Cursed Dagger in this spot, given pretty much our stars to our hammer, both our daggers. We have our Night to Meet You, which does trigger on our Cursed Dagger as well. And we still have 2 uniques in our box of prosperity, which is going to be our subclass as well as our Star of Courage. And then we have our cards like this, we get a bit of empower, we inflict that cold, and then we get a little bit of heat to speed up our whole situation. And I am going to venture on with this sort of situation. We should be able to get a little bit of max life from our Amulet Light, give us a little bit of regen as well. We should have 91% accuracy, 100%. And it's a lot of debuffs, but our opponent has dealt a lot of damage with that Bloodthorn. And look at that damage. That was kind of nuts, wasn't it? Not bad. Now here's the thing. We do get our dragon and we do want to go for Ruby Chunk. Because the Ruby Chunk, once it is crafted up, will actually be able to stun our opponent also. So let's take it. The problem is, how the hell are we going to fit this guy in? Because he takes up a lot of storage. Now we're going to roll. We could also go for the Demonic Flask. I mean, that is a huge win con for us. Because instead of stacking up crits on our daggers, we stack up crits on these flasks. And then they explode onto opponents. So I'm not going to lie, we are going to take it. Now this just has a 40% chance to inflict 1 colds. Is that super valuable for us? I mean, we could get rid of Flute right now. I'm going to sell it, and I will be taking it. But we do want to grab this, and we are going to venture on. Now we do have our dragon again, so we can try to pretty much hatch this up, which will be nice. Now our opponent does have a Ripsaw Blade. They're going to have a Burning Banner. They're going to be stacking up loads of regen for max life. But we do slow them down. We inflict a bunch of poison, and they will resurrect with the Phoenix, which might give them enough time to win out, and that's exactly what happens. However, we can trade this up for a piggy bank, and that's what I'm going to be down for. Now the question is, what the hell do we want to go for right now? Because heavy drinking, I don't really want. Double Rainbow is not great for this. By the Holy Light isn't going to be fantastic either, so it might be a bit of a gamble here. And it is guard power, which honestly might not be too fantastic. And that is Little Chestnut, which will give us whatever buffs we want to stack up. But also trades. I'll take it for now since it is on sale, and it will grab you. Roll so we can see if we get ourselves a trade. We could actually take this trade. 1 gemstone for that. And we might take this storage also, because we are lacking a little bit of storage. Then sell another gemstone to roll again, and 60% chance to inflict coals. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell another gemstone, roll again, and we could go for a crow. A crow in this build could actually be kind of nice. Now I'm going to sell another red gemstone, for more gemstones. We can go ahead and take the storage. So we can smash open this piggy bank. We should have sold the Little Chestnut because I don't really want this fella anymore. But let's sell him. Let's sell the card. We do want to keep our custom cards so we can try to get more demonic flasks. I'm going to sell more gemstones like crazy so we can take this and craft up this crow. We also got guard power, which will start to give us a little bit of power as well, which is kind of nice too. We also really want these in 2. We want to inflict that little bit of coals. And we have our knife to meet you down in this position as well. But let's make sure we grab ourselves another demonic flask, and we are going to venture on with this. So the crow is going to duplicate the debuffs we do inflict, which is going to be nice. While our guard power is going to give us a regen, which will stack up our max life. Actually, I took out the Amber Light in favor of having that small bit more coals. And hell yeah, not bad at all. Our dragons should hatch up as well, which should be even more awesome. And we're going to craft up that ruby chunk. We want to sell our monies. We do want to grab our demonic flask. We could go for that mushroom as well. The dead sight is here as well, so we can stack up crits. But we're not going to take that either. We will take more storage though, because again, we're lacking a little bit of storage. Grab that gemstone, and the armor is kind of nice as well. We can try to go for corrupted armor so our opponent doesn't cleanse as much debuffs. I'm kind of down for it. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to move this down a little bit, or up, and actually take it, and maybe reserve this little bit of storage. And then we can start adding these in to reduce our opponent's healing, which will be nice as well. But let's get moving once again. We got a crow in, which will speed up our weapon situation. We should be able to duplicate the debuffs we do inflict as well. Steal our opponent's luck so they don't have accuracy for whenever we inflict blind onto them. And yeah, it's not looking too bad, right? 41 poison is not bad at all. Now we do get a ruby chunk, which will be nice. The problem is we do need at least 12 heats, so we need to stack up a lot of heats. Which means, do we start taking some eye lamps? I mean, realistically, it would be nice to go ahead and grab it. Now I also kind of want to slot this up top. Get a ruby chunk going faster. Also get the crits as well, which will be nice as well. I'm going to take you with this bit of extra storage as well. Now, do we take the heats? I mean, I don't think I'm going to take it, as much as I would love to grab it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. We'll be taking this and crafting it up. The only problem is I would like to go for a strong demonic flask, because this can deal massive damage. Or do we want to go for this corrupted armor? We can also smash open another box of riches so we get a little bit more storage, since we're going to have another couple of godly items. We probably should have done that last rounds. Yeah, I'm going to venture on. I'm going to craft up the corrupted armor. Maybe might be a bit of a misplay, but I would like to get a little bit of block, stop our opponent from cleansing those debuffs, so we can keep our crits and our accuracy and just smash down our opponent, no problems at all. A big explosion will be kind of awesome, but never mind, we just win out, no problems at all. Now in terms of damage, within 6 seconds, we do have a 71 DPS, being Poison Daggers, Poison, Cursed Dagger, Hammer not doing as much, and Ruby Chunk doing about 7.3 DPS. Now we only have 2 heats, which might not be that great. We do need to get to 12 heats so we can start to stun our opponents. But in terms of heals, yeah, we have very little heals. 18 max health gains. In terms of block, it's our only source of defenses. So I do think I'm going to continue on. And all we want to do is find as much corrupted crystals as possible. We could grab you as well, which I'm down for. And we just keep rolling. And we could grab ourselves another dagger. We could go for a freaking dark saber as well, which would be nice. But I do want to grab this card. Each one of these is going to be a lot of coals. We do have to take the dagger though. We got to roll. And let's take another tiny gemstone for now as well. Sell these yellow ones. And grab ourselves this too. We're going to put a ruby chunk as well as a corrupted armor inside of it for now as well. I'm also thinking about selling this little chip topaz to continue to roll. And we could go for second crow. Do we want to go for double crows? Wouldn't that be kind of nuts to be going for? Honestly, let's go for it. Let's go for it. We could also go for another wonky snowman, which I'm also down for as well. But let's move on with this sort of situation for now as well. We do only have 3 dark items, which will be 24% chance to stop our opponent from removing those debuffs, which we do want to speed that up or keep that up as much as possible. Although our opponent is dealing some big damage, and we actually end up losing out. Bullet turn with the cubes is still kind of insane. However, let's grab our crow with the coals. Let's keep rolling. And we do want to grab as much storage as possible. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep rolling for now, and that is another corrupted crystal, which is going to be really, really awesome. We can place that into our armor to give us our defenses, which we are kind of lacking. But we are going to go for another crow, 1000%, to duplicate the debuffs we do inflict in our whole setup. We can get lots and lots of poison, decent bit of cold from all these as well, and hell yeah, taking on Burning Blade Dragons, not bad. And that's going to be another freaking Poison Dagger also. Also, our crows are not actually targeting our Cursed Dagger, which doesn't feel great, not gonna lie. But let's sell another chip topaz to go ahead and grab ourselves another fanny pack for now as well. Maybe we'll sell this little red ruby to keep rolling. And that is a huge, huge perfect emeralds. Am I gonna spend 16 gold on this? Honestly, hell yeah I am. I'm not even gonna put it in a fanny pack as of right now. I'm just going to move on with this for now. I'm gonna use one crow to speed up our other crow, which will speed up our daggers and our ruby chunk as much as possible. And that's all we really want. Now our opponent is going to be removing our buffs. They should be able to cleanse a few as well. We do stop them a little bit. They do resist them for stuns. But that's a lot of freaking poison and a lot of colds and a hell of a lot of slashing. Not bad. And we should be able to get our extra poison dagger, which is going to be even more fantastic as well. And we could grab ourselves that ruby egg, which will be giving us a little bit more heat also for our ruby chunk, reflect those debuffs. We also get Joker, which is kind of a nice card to get as well as a shiny shell too. Because the shiny shell is going to be another holy item beside our corrupted armor. So that's exactly what we want to do. We do want to take this. We're going to sell these gemstones. And we will be taking a perfect emerald. And we want to place it on our hammer, which goes trigger every 2 seconds. Our ruby chunk is a little bit slower. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to place both of these down so we can speed up our ruby chunk with our poison dagger as well. Well, we could place this down since you're going to be going that little bit faster with double fanny packs. And maybe do want to grab it. Now we could also take the ruby egg, like I said, for that heat. But we need 12 heat. And with only 1 ruby egg and 10 golds, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get to that 12 heat. So maybe, unless we find ourselves the cards and replace our white as blue dragons, I'm actually not going to take the dragon egg. Now that is massive as well. Reduce your opponent's healing by 30%. For 8 gold, I'm spending all my money on gemstones. Which is probably not smart. Probably should be saving them as much as possible. But I can't resist it when he gets some big green gemstones inflicting all that poison. Our opponent is going to be resisting a hell of a lot with the poison ivy. They're going to be slowing us down, and this Darksaber is going to be dealing some big damage. And we do want to fall short because they do resist a lot of our debuffs. Which is not great. That is another big gemstone. 100% chance to inflict 1 colds. It's not fantastic, but it does ignore armor. But I can't justify spending 8 gold on that. Or 16 gold, I should say. Let's grab our storage, let's roll. Demonic Flask, Invincibility, which will be kind of nice as well. It's a holy item. Maybe we should actually grab that. I'm not going to take it. We could grab the Prismatic Orb, place it in this spot. It should be able to inflict, honestly, what, like 3-4 random debuffs? Is that even that great? 14 gold for 3 or 4 random debuffs doesn't seem too fantastic for me. A bit extra black from the beginning. More of these gemstones I don't really want either, and that is another white as blue dragon. Which at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take. Lots of colds is all we really do want, and we are going to venture on once again. Our opponent is rocking Magic Armors, which will be cleansing those debuffs. They're going at 1 second. Shielded is going to be eating up our stamina, and this could be troublesome for us. You get invincibility, but as long as we keep stacking up all this poison, we do have quite a bit of chance to basically duplicate those debuffs, and that is an insane amount of poison. But is it going to be enough to win out? Actually, there's no way, right? Just barely not enough. There's no freaking way we actually lose it. The wing boots, the magic armors, they had everything to beat us. Yeah, it's super unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we do actually get some heats with the Hollow Fire Lizard, but it's a little bit too late for it, right? And we also get Tim as well. So we can use it to steal buffs, we can use it to resist debuffs and critical hits. 25% chance for 10 golds. You know what, I'm going to take it. And I immediately regret my decision because I do want to grab this. So I think for this round, we're going to sell you all these gemstones, the customer card as well, and both of these. And we're going to take the boots And we'll be taking another corrupted crystal and placing that inside our boots. And with that, wait, we should roll once more. And with that, this is going to be our final build. Is it going to be good enough to win out? We'll see. Because we should be able to stack up a lot more block by having in a second corrupted crystal. And it should be kind of smashing, right? Our opponent is going to have infinite heat stacking. And they do resurrect using a ball of heat, and it's not going to be close after that. We do smash over it, no problems at the very end. However, in terms of damage, we did have about 100 DPS. Ruby Chunk actually adding up to be quite a bit. With her poison, with her poison daggers, all doing some smashing damage. Now in terms of heals, we didn't have any heals really. We had 12 max health gained, and in terms of block, we did have about 60 block per second, being our corrupted crystals. The second one was a really nice addition, corrupted armor adding in a bit as well, and then our whitest blue dragon giving us a little bit of block as well. But anyways, we did survive with 2 lives left. How much rank points are we managing to get? +9, rank us up to 78. Hell yeah. But anyway, stick around, we're going to jump into some round 18 fights to see if this build can actually win out. And can we deal with a busted blade that is going to have 70% crit chance? Maybe. They do have shields, they're going to be eating up our stamina, they deal some big damage, we get our block, we slow them down. This busted blade is going to be going at 1.6 seconds with all that golds. And hell yeah, it's not bad. And can we deal with a Staff of Fire Burning Blade type build? I just realized guard power has been wrong the entire time. Holy moly, what the hell have I been doing? Yeah, that's on me. However, never mind, we're getting our poison stacked up. And it's not going to be close after that, right? Hell no, it's not. And can we deal with a Falcon Blade, Frozen Flame, Cold Mirror, Ice, Breaking Flower type situation with a Blood Goobers? We're going to be getting lots of lifesteal. I think I'd rather have a Chili Goobert in his build so we can stack up heats, go faster and faster, activate their Ice Flower a little bit faster with their Falcon Blade. I was kind of forgetting it was written there on the screen. Never mind, we do have about 90 poison, which doesn't get slowed down by colds, so that should be awesome. Our opponent is going to be slowly being whittled down and smashed.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain.